Hi, I'm Sue from Garden Moxie. Welcome to my Zone 6 garden. It's the end of garden season, as you can see. Today I thought I'd do something a little bit different, and I'm going to take you inside and show how I decorate for the holidays. So thanks for being here. Let's go inside and I'll show you how I'm decorating. I hate to admit it, but I am already missing being in the garden. But it's pretty cold here in Michigan, and so one of the things that I absolutely love doing is decorating for the holidays, and that helps me keep my mind on something fun until I can get back in the garden. And I wanted to share with you how I've decorated my mantle this season. I usually always have a nature-inspired theme. This year, as you can see from the background, my color scheme is green and white. So let me turn the camera around and I'm just going to show you what we have. So the mantle is relatively simple. It's got a green and white theme. This year I got these fantastic white poinsettias from the Home Depot, and so I put those on the mantle, and I think they look great with this is a preserved moss wreath that I made, and so is this. And then behind here is a preserved boxwood wreath that I purchased. And then we also have on here some small little buildings, and these have a great story to them. These little buildings were actually made during World War II. Tom's grandpa made them for his mom and for his uncles. And these were little toys that their father made, which was my husband's grandfather. He made these little toys for his children to play with. And, you know, materials were sparse during the war, and he actually created these out of cardboard and painted them to look like buildings that he has seen in his village and when he traveled. And so we call this Grandpa's Village, and it's one of our favorite things. This little village, these little toys, when I saw them, I was simply amazed at the detail, the level of detail with the painting and the design, and I can't believe that these things are actually made out of cardboard. So you can see here, if I show you a close-up, just how intricate this design is. So they're like painted with the doors, and like, you know, that's so old and it got damaged. This we got damaged before we received this, but you can see right here how this is made out of just cardboard. And look at how cute this is. This whole little, so much detail. Here's another one, a close-up of another one. And you can see here just how he painted these, and I mean, I think they look so good. And again, this is just made out of cardboard. And my favorite one is actually this one. And Tom's mom's name was Anna. And you can see here that her dad made this little church scene here. And on the front of it, it's called St. Anna's. Isn't that cute? And I'm amazed that these things actually lasted, because they were, you know, they were used as toys for the kids. And you can see here, like, there's even some crayon marks on this one. But the kids must have they must have been precious to the children too, because they're in wonderful, wonderful shape. And then I also I made a couple of hydrangea wreaths. So these hydrangea wreaths are made from my limelight hydrangeas. And then I also decorated with, I made a little, these are supposed to remind you of snowballs. So I took some yarn and some little pom-poms that I bought from Michael's, and just strung the pom-poms on a string and made a little garland. And then I also made this little garland here that's just made out of copy paper. I just glued that with a hot glue gun onto some string just to add some decoration. So one of my favorite new holiday traditions is to hand carve my own Christmas cards. And you can see here, this is the design for this season. And I shared this story in my newsletter. I have a Garden Moxie newsletter. If you're interested in signing up, I'll leave a link in the description below. It's a free newsletter that goes out every couple of weeks, and it's focused on gardening topics and garden-inspired DIY projects. But I shared the story, my girlfriend Becky, it was back in 2015, and her daughters were young at the time, and as a project, Becky decided to work with them and have the girls make the Christmas cards for that season. And they made the most beautiful Christmas card that was stamped with the scene of the three wise men. And I looked at that card and thought, oh my gosh, all the time and love that went into that card and the effort, it just kind of touched my heart and inspired me. And ever since that time, I have made my cards myself, and it's because of Becky's girls. So the girls did their card in 2015. So starting in 2016, I started carving cards. And so you can see, and all I did was I used this rubber material and hand carved the stamp. And this one here is the one for this year. And this is, just as you can see here, it's the Holy Family, the flight into Egypt. So this one is like, so this is like the side wall. Yeah. So like, my mom and I decided we were going to try to make gingerbread houses like we saw on Miss Mustard Seed's blog. And we had a wonderful time trying, but I have to say that they did not turn out as we had hoped. But I'll tell you that this was the first year that we did it together, and we just had a wonderful time. And we were able to reminisce about my grandma's cooking and the things that she taught me when I was younger, so it was fun. So here are our little houses. They would not pass a construction. They wouldn't pass a construction inspection, but what do you think, Mom?
I think they're good.
Okay, well, I guess that didn't work out so good. Hey, so that's it for this video, and we'll see you in the next one.